who are playing their last game here, of course, their last best of 2 of the group stage. So Zai eager to get in as much damage as he can. The level 1 Dragon Tail, not too worried about the right-click harass from Miposhka, who's first to hit level 2, and that's a very good self-cancel as well down bottom.
The Lapstop could be in trouble. He's going into the trees. Oh no, they cut the tree immediately so Insania can get the Nether Blast, and that's going to be first blood going the way of Matumba, man. That's a good start.
Yatoro, it's a decent acorn shot here. They get a lucky bounce, but with Miposhka in the area, it's never really too big of a threat here for Yatoro.
They're going to get a refraction in a second. Bushwhack is available. He did get the refraction off in time. Tower hitting Boxy, but there's not much damage aside that, and the Bushwhack will end up punishing Miposhka. With the help of Zai, that kill is certainly possible.
Yeah, it is, and Matumba even a sneaky little cheeky play there on Nature. Yatoro had to get out of vision, and
that's what a lot of Dota players start to do right now. Like, if you're about to die, you waste time, right? You fight back, you try to get a quick kill, whatever it is, not trying to save your life and hope the enemy team will like make a mistake or you'll make a miracle play. That's not going to happen.
Down bottom, quick little kill on the mirror, level 6 for Boxy, set up by Zai, an easy kill there. You know, they haven't found a kill yet, Avo, but they're not really feeling the pressure. They're not smoking up. They're not really desperate to use the Rolling Thunder. So far, quite happy, seemingly, at the progression of their game.
Mid lane, this is going to be the sharpshooter charged up. Kill the Rubik easily. Mickey continues to push this tower mid. Or you get a quick stun on him and you can burst him. You are not bursting a Tide. Out of the question. So that allows him to sit in a much shorter lane where ganks are much more likely and when it's easy to kill him. And that's what he's going to do now. As Rolling Thunder down bottom, does find Zai. Ignite, also slowing him. A Bushwhack giving a bit more time. Can Zai actually get away? He thinks I'm going for the counter kill at least against the Ogre, and he does accomplish it. In fact, Zai is actually fully getting away with Mickey joining him. Silent Stop is starting Tokyo, and they want the last, the +1 that Mirror represents. This support will fall, and Liquid will get a triple kill.
Yeah, wow, this was 9 unanswered kills by Spirit again.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
as I was saying real quick, is Zai, with his fresh Blink Dagger, he's smoked up Elder Dragon form. They're going to look for a kill, but Collapse is not really the ideal target. They're going to try with the break.
Yeah, Sharpshooter will help. Do they have enough damage? The silence on top of that? Yeah.
There we go.
Thanks to Mickey's help and also Matoma, man, this lineup has a lot of global potential.
But traditionally, you silence a Tide with Orchid. Not really a great item to use against him, because you do 250 damage, and he dispels it, and he ravages you, and you get sad. So that was really good execution from Liquid. Obviously, they had this in mind in the draft, but that's what Tide is good at. He's good at standing in front of your tier 1 tower mid specifically and just stopping enemies from pushing. Liquid have plans for this, and they've got plans for Miposhka, who will be the 11th kill straight right before Toronto picks up Boxy.
Oh, we know who is going to be kicked first if this match does not go their way. Boxy loses his life in the mid lane.
That makes farm a little bit more accessible for Spirit, right? Yeah. If you want to go for a kill underneath the tier 1, it's got to be fast. You got to go in and then out pretty quickly, unless you want to stick around for a fight. But Tumba not really kitted out for that quite yet.
They're going in. They erase that refraction. Ravage comes out, but they did hurt the Tide a fair amount. Thanks to that Nether Ward, Yatoro could still be in trouble. They do get the kill, and Collapse falls. As Toronto Tokyo rolls through, realizes he has to get away from this. There's no mana, luckily, on Mickey, but Zai does have the Blink Dagger, saved by Miposhka as he fire blasts Zai, stops him in his tracks. Miposhka, you'll pay for this, he says. And he goes down as the 4th kill for Liquid here.
Yeah, Arcane Rune, right, being banked by Mickey. The only damage dealer that Spirit has in this game, at least in the early game, is killed, taken care of, dispatched, and without Ravage, it's an easy Roshan here, so you can see picture-in-picture.
And reducing that by 25%, not being able to utilize that Rolling Thunder, hell, even Ignite, which is Ogre's biggest teamfight spell.
No, you've got a point. It felt like there was no damage, and for a certain amount, it certainly wasn't. Oh, Matumba is going to be ripped through here. Hello, beep beep, says Toronto Tokyo, as he will go right through those trees. He even spawns the treants and bonks him on the way out. I believe our observer just showed us that Mickey, he actually bought the shard pretty early. Yeah, he did. I feel, yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting for Mickey. I mean, with the early BKB on this early Aegis, right, he's eager to get going on this, so... that means, look at it, they're looking for a fight, and this could be the opening, the break here onto Collapse. Where's Matumba with the silence, though? That means he can get off the Ravage. Don't need one, though. The Bushwhack from Boxy is good. Only the first life from the Storm. He gets more mana when he comes back anyway, but Zai's being controlled, and he's out of mana. Ravage with the 2nd life for the BKB in time from Mickey as he runs down 1. Yatoro is held down on his, only life. Down he goes, dead for a whole minute, Avo.
Yeah, and the Pango is still stunned. Tokyo, though, is going to commit for this kill on Zai. Will get it, as he was out of mana. Matoma Man has different plans. He's hoping to finish off Mira. The dust to slow him down, and the supports are fighting back here. They're trying to kill Matoma. Matoma feels stronger, but Tokyo helps his two supports. With the Decrepify, it's actually going to amplify the shield crash damage. Tokyo is chasing Matoma like a madman. He has the swashbuckle, he will get it. Yeah. Finishing off the Nature's Prophet a second time. Boxy with a TP. Will it complete in time? They have no way of canceling it, especially with the Crep from Insania.
Yeah, makes a quick, hasty farming pattern towards his BKB, which he is getting pretty close to.
Oh, the sword was going to be the item on collapse. That's interesting. What is that for? Like, I guess to... Okay, for the crap is nice. Oh, they found the Pango and the Dragon Tail. And went through. Tokyo's dead. Jataro in trouble as well. Double Force Staff. But the Storm can zap in. He doesn't need the Force Staff for that. Instead, he'll deal with the Ogre, which Insania wanted to take for himself, but Mickey finished him off with a Static Remnant. We do have that Dragon Tail. That was a weird thing for Zod. Basic concepts in Dota come to play, like patience and positioning. That's what we'll see by Collapse this game. As there's a smoke, Richie. They're going up to the high ground.
Yeah, they might be able to catch a Storm. The Ravage from the high ground. Didn't see it coming. Mickey, 100 to 0. That was a pretty unique usage of that.
That was really good. Because obviously Mira could have potentially gotten him with telekinesis, but it's harder to do.
Not guaranteed.
Exactly.
Especially against a pro. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. There he goes. Just okay.
Mick is like, yeah, I reckon, you know, game recognizes game. That's it. There's not much more to it. They do find the Pango, though. They broke once again that Lincoln's with the Acorn shot. Now silenced. He will go down with the Orchid. Soul Burn, healing him off, or Zai's damage. And the Bushwhack also hits Mira. Boxy just wants to set up the skill on Mira, but Mira turns into a squirrel. And Boxy does not want to kill one of his own.
He gets down on all fours like he does after he finishes his Dota games and run away, but Maposhka is going to end up dying.
What do you mean after he finishes Dota games? Probably get burned to death. That would make Kefir, if anything. As Roche will drop that shard. Who's going to take it? Who doesn't have a shard? Just the Pugna. All right. That's a fun shard. I don't think it does anything, though, this game, but it's fun.
Oh, they kill Mira. They had enough of him squirreling around.
You can heal mana, right, without you losing your own mana. And you lose your HP for mana. So essentially like your own soul ring. There's a lot of things that allow you to heal HP easily.
Goes trying to Tokyo again.
Matoma's like, I'll hit this Pango. I will. But Matumba might just die. They're gonna fight to save him. He still has the Aegis anyway. 1 more minute for that Aegis. They killed Collapse. You lost your Ravage. And no Rolling Thunder means no more team fight. At least Fire Blast stopping Zide. There's the Zide Hunter coming back in again. He still has Ravage. They broke Pango though, but he has a Swashbuckle. So he'll be able to get out alive. Liquid, no, the Ravage is available. Collapse is going for it, but the Acorn shot actually broke his Blink Dagger. It will stop some of the magical damage, but your damage should come mostly from TA anyway. And Team Spirit, they don't want to stay in their base. They want to make plays. They want to be active. This is how you prevent being choked. Zai is the worst target to go on, but they'll try anyway. Thanks to the break, it's possible. And Zai will actually survive. No, he'll die. But with the help of Mickey, this might turn into a pretty bad trade here for Team Spirit as they lose Collapse and Rubik as well. Turn to Tokyo. You stayed too long. Matoma wants the skill, but he didn't have the Sprout. So unfortunately, he couldn't leash him. They did force the BKB though here for Toronto Tokyo.
I suppose they're right, because for now, Liquid are content to just farm back. The point I wanted to make, and I'll have to make it quick as Liquid, they smoke up, look for action as Roche is up, is that the biggest difference is going to be in the farm priority of the supports. The Liquid supports are very rich, especially when compared to Spirit. Here they go, though, potentially.
The DK, they went for the Tide here. And the Bushwhack, okay, with a break from the Sharpshooter, they killed him. There's no Ratch for this fight. Mira is the next to die. I think Yatoro should realize there's no place for him to fight, but there's also no place for him to run. He's now Bushwhack to a tree, Toronto Tokyo. The last man in, one fight for the boys as they call the GG. Team Spirit acknowledges this game is unwinnable. Liquid choked them to death this game. And despite a pretty good performance, we saw an earlier game that was similar to this, right? But Thunder Awakened, they crumbled under the pressure. I can't believe I'm excited about an Alchemist game, but it's been so long since we've seen the hero. You know, variety is always appreciated. So, I must say, there's a lot of cool things. I think Troll in general is very good. Alk, though, because of his burst nature that you just implied, and of course, because he's combined with a DK, pretty good against the Storm. Because you burst him down from 100-0 kind of quickly.
Now, hold that thought. Speaking of the potential save, Maposhka could have used one there, as Insania will shut the door there. Big kill there. That's going to be the hero that could potentially save this
another one
for 25 talent. As Collapse is going to be in for a rough time here, Avo.
Yeah. They have lead sheet again as well. Collapse, only 1 point in After Fiora yet, because level 2. So they're going to take 2 kills.
Exactly. Yeah, his base stats are fairly decent. Starts with 700 HP, you know, 400 mana, 2 to 3 armor with not a great edge again, sure, but it's a bit tougher to get through.
Yeah. The helm also helps a lot in this situation.
Yeah, it's very true, right?
Collapse. We'll get the Inkswell stun. And that will be close to killing Insania. Class will commit for this. It's going to be split among the two, but they did finish off the tree.
There goes the Invis rune. Oh, they're going to go for Zai. I thought perhaps the Squirrel for Boxy, but no, instead Zai's the target. As even a little bit of a dive for Toronto Tokyo as he does commit for the kill and will be rewarded with the bounty.
Hector did our life stealer, which, you know, that's a whole nother thing. Matoma Man, though, what I'm interested, if you haven't really been following the Alk trends, the reason why it was shifted to Battle Fury is that reduction in mana regen. As by the way, they go here for the Visage, and with the help of Collapse, it's going to be an easy kill. Collapse goes back home. He's done with this.
Yep. See you later. I'm back to pushing top. I want to go back to my friend Insania. Because he BKB'd as he made the zip. He was completely out of mana. It's a normal Storm move to make, but they must have gotten a whiff of something. He may have
didn't see the PK. Like, he blinked, he bought lightning before he could tell which hero was going on.
Oh, well, there's a stun from Zai. He's going to find someone. It's the Coddle, who's a little bit tanky here, but eventually will burn alive to the radiance or the fire of Zai. He could have caught a glimpse. I love that sound effect as well.
That's very cool.
Yeah, you can see, oof, we got out of that one, guys. We're okay.
Check his armpit to see if it's too sweaty. I like that.
Oh, well, now it's Yatro's turn to sweat. Hard to hide in the trees from a Visage, especially hard to TP in front of the familiars.
No, that's going to be a dead Troll Warlord. Sharpshooter to make sure he couldn't even get his ultimate off. Look at these timings, right? Really clever.
So what do you think? Is there going to be a window where this Alk falls off? Are we approaching that? Is that what Spirit is playing for? Speaking of, it is a Wraith Pact actually from Mickey.
Love it. It's great against Troll, by the way, because he activates ultimate. You put the little totem behind him, does nothing.
I mean, Visage is great in general against Troll ever since the Shard, right? You just bonk him now.
It's true. And now Collapse, he thought he could kill him, and perhaps with the help of Toronto Tokyo, they'll be able to finish off Mickey. He's out of Great Google's cloak, which means he's going to fall. But with the help of Matoma Man, they could maybe turn this around. Collapse is a BKB. TP is available, but it's a bit too late. Just came off cooldown, which means he's going to die. And the Matoma Man is looking for the supports now. Toronto Tokyo manages to find Boxy. Boschka is being burnt in the trees. One last chop.
+6.
Will send his head rolling.
Yeah. To get back in this game, it's a 5k net worth lead before this fight, which is pretty commendable considering that there is an Alk in the game.
Yeah, it is. Again, they're doing a decent job of resisting, but Matoma Man, okay, he might bit off more than he could chew. He's now stuck in the Pit of Malice. However, he does have the Aegis still available and the BKB, so he thinks, let's go for the Coddle. Trying to finish off Mira. Nope, change targets. Go for Yatoro God instead. Battle Fence is available for him, though, and they know this. They decide to go for Boschka instead, leaving Zai to die.
There it is.
Yatoro covered by the Coddle. That overgrowth got dispelled immediately by the Manta style Toronto Tokyo, capable of zip-zapping himself to safety. By the way, people asking, why the Manta? It's the Treant. It's the overgrowth.
As you can see, Spirit not really expecting this either. They were smoked and heading into the enemy jungle. Instead, they find themselves now quickly and hastily retreating as their tier 3 bottom has just dropped. Good control onto Matumba, but again, he's able to out-heal it. Chemical Rage still had half duration as Yatoro, at least looking for Mickey's illusion or summons. Now he's going to be pushed this way, that way, and the Sharpshooter is good, but not enough damage. In the meantime, Toronto Tokyo jumps the backlines. Great Pit of Malice onto 2. Mickey tanking through everything, though. It's really damage onto Matumba that they're looking at, but he's still with Aegis for another minute. Will now lose it, but with the team fight, doesn't really seem like it'll continue here for Spirit. It will for Liquid.
It will for Liquid, or maybe Zai was just dropping the fireball there. He is still in Dragon form for a fair amount of time.
I've got a ward really deep in the base as well for Liquid. That's a great ward. I don't think Spirit know.
Chemical Rage is up in 6 seconds. They were just waiting for it. Instable Concoction, however, Matoma has to keep his distance. And they actually found the overgrowth. A good target. It's Mira. A good bite of the Coddle. Miposhka's the next target ideally, but he's too far back. Don't want to overcommit like that. Mickey could be in trouble himself. Wraithback hasn't dropped. Now from Matoma as well with Chemical Rage with the Axe from the Storm. That's going to try to reset the Titan fight. He gets caught in the bushwhack, and that kills us around Tokyo. There's a free fight for Liquid now, Richie.
What a play by Boxy, and now look at Insania. He's been holding down these backliners forever. That's double buyback now from Spirit. 2 cores. They need to get big money out from this one, though, but Mickey, he's too tanky. tanky. Even that full Pipe of Insight reduces Storm's damage to nil. Fiend's Gate erected means Liquid. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Collapse he's back in, that is. And now Zai is going to be targeted by Yatoro.
Yeah, Zai stuck in the pit of Malice. He's going to get rid of the Ghost for now, but he just can't get away from the roots. And with Toronto Tokyo coming back in, Zai gets one last stun. Will he die for this? Or with Toronto Tokyo, he does get the BKB just in time as the Unstable Concoction was flying at him. And now the Visage is the target. Mickey sent back. They want this skill. They'll get it. And with a battle trance in the nick of time. Matumba Man now running away from Yatoro God. He is trying to kite him. The stun comes out. Yatoro from God to mortal. Down in the grave he goes. Kano in the same position. Miposhka will be able to outrun this at the very least.
Dude, Boxy's the MVP there. We have to get a replay of that. That was epic. Matumba kites him back up to the high ground. Boxy uses Scurry to get vision and aggro the troll into the trees, and he just wastes all the entire ultimate.
What it sucks about this ultimate is that it depends on the enemy team being bad sometimes, right?
Yeah, and I
in
mean,
pro play, that never happens.
Oh, too well then. Was that a second one they just picked up right next to it? That would have been incredible.
True.
I mean, it's still on the ground. Liquid could recover it, but right now, they're more getting kills.
He got the area on Stable Concoction because of the talent, and that's Yatoro God being bursted 100-0 collapse. Overgrowth, you're not going anywhere, buddy. He does try to open the Fiend's Gate, then he another stun. Now again channeling it. The silence, that's not the channel, but Dragon Tail will. Collapse will fall, and Liquid get 2 huge kills off an Unstable Concoction, level 10 talent, Richie.
That's pretty good for this guy. Didn't think about that.
That's the racks done for them, and because he took the 2 side racks, now it's going to be difficult for Team Spirit to regain this map control. Toronto Tokyo.
Okay. Spider Legs is really good because now you can just kind of go in any direction and immediately get out of Pit of Malice as if that's been an issue for them this game. He's got the level 3 Dragon form, so he does fully go. He's got Freedom Flight now as well with Boots of Bearing and all the auras that Mickey is carrying. It's great. I like this flexibility out from Liquid as well, right? As Mickey is very much transitioning into a bit of a different role, and immediately the Black Dragon says hello to Collapse.
And they also say hello to Miposhka, who's bursted immediately. Collapse. Could be in trouble, but he does get the Fiend's Gate. Oh, Overgrowth, stop this. Collapse, where you going, buddy? Stay here and play, please, as Collapse gets decimated by this team. Boxy in the trees, evading the storm. Toronto Tokyo getting annoyed by the squirrel. The force that Boxy's still alive. Boxy needs to die here, but Toronto Tokyo realizes he has to let him go. Toronto Tokyo did get the kill on Boxy, but with that, he lost his life.
Dieback as well, Avo. I mean, not only was that team fight excellent for Liquid, the voice line usage is also on point as Liquid will go 2-0. Bit of a faster end this time around with the Alchemist. They make it look good though, don't they?
They did. Once again, for both games, this is the Liquid style of Dota that you were used to traditionally.